Well, a step forward for plans to renovate the Upshur County Courthouse. Commissioners have now decided on the construction company that will undertake this $12.8 million renovation. KLTV7's J.D. Conti has the update.
It has stood in the center of downtown Gilmer since 1937, and it's ready for a makeover. 4 construction companies bid for the opportunity to renovate the Upshur County Courthouse. And on Friday, the Commissioners Court chose J.C. Stoddard, a San Antonio-based firm. When it came to the decision, prior experience was key.
They have the most experience of building these courthouses, far more than the rest of them.
J.C. Stoddard will be performing some minor retouching on the outside of the building, with the majority of the work taking place inside. A main focus is the basement, which currently has flooding issues.
The brick and the mortar and stuff like that now has deteriorated to the point that it's absorbing the water, and we've got leaks that is damaging our records. Is supposed to be held forever.
While a large part of the project includes bringing the building up to modern standards, it's also about restoring the courthouse to its original status, with a complete restoration and remodeling taking place. The county court will be returning to its original position in the building, where the commissioner's offices now sit. The project's funding was helped by a $5.2 million grant from the Texas Historical Society, with several million more coming from the American Rescue Plan funding. The grant from the Texas Historical Society took into account the building's age and history.
They built this courthouse in the middle of the Depression. They were working from, say, 1934, 1935, and 6, building this courthouse. And the reason they were able to build it was because of the oil boom.
J.D. Conti, KLTV 7 News.
And county officials are hopeful that the construction on that courthouse will begin in the middle of August. The project is estimated to take just over 600 days to finish.